They're James Gunn and Warner Brothers are flipping off the bird to Disney.
Good.
Welcome, everyone. This is the Film Glutton, and this is DC Gluttons. We had so much to talk about, especially with the DC universe. Carlos and I didn't really have a chance to talk about all the movie news, but we did have to touch upon all the Joker leaks because they're coming out constantly, and he had some interesting thoughts on the Joker film. And we definitely had to talk about James Gunn. What? Part of the DC universe now? Well, the DC film universe. Is it called the DCU now, or what are we calling it? Whatever. Let's get right to it.
I think Joaquin Phoenix is the perfect Joker, and the reason I'm going to say that is because I'm going to bring it up to one movie, and I think I've spoken to this about it. There's a movie that's out there with Philip Seymour Hoffman and Amy Adams called The Master.
Yes,
and in that movie, Joaquin Phoenix plays this paranoid, crazy kind of PTSD individual, and he's so erratic, and you can point to that movie as being like, wow, he's meant to be the Joker. He's meant to be the Joker, and that's what's exciting about this.
Because he's like a hair trigger away from the Joker in that film.
Yes, he's
a hair trigger. Like you're just like, oh, this guy could be the Joker.
Yes,
if he wasn't so fearful or whatever.
You married?
Yes.
For your wife?
Pardon me?
It's for your wife?
Yes.
Don't move. Just stay still.
It's warm. It's hot. I'm starting to sweat.
You need to shut up.
You need to move the god.
You need to shut up.
You need to back off.
Sit down. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to get the lighting right. You must understand. You want to get the lighting right. Come on.
You know,
oh my God!
If you haven't seen that movie, please do yourself a
fantastic
favor. Go see it. It's amazing.
Yes, but so that's what's exciting about it. It's done by Todd Phillips, but it's funny because Todd Phillips is mostly known for comedy, and it's funny he's doing this. It's going to be serious, and then it's going to be comedy. But the pictures that have come out, there's too many pictures coming out, and it's getting me so.
What do you
upset.
think of his? What do you think of his look? We haven't talked since the official look.
I think people are going to point to, oh, it looks silly. I think it looks great. I like it. People think it looks silly. I'm like, let's see how it's in the films, but I like it so far. I actually like the images that we see of him without it. He just looks just rugged, just like, I like
I'm
like
intrigued because I want something different from this Joker, so I'm intrigued by that imagery.
Yeah.
But I do. You see him in the cop car. You saw that picture.
I like
he looks
that
a little bit like a little comparable to Heath Ledger. I don't actually want to compare him because I want something different.
Right.
Because that's a whole different thing.
Well, my big question mark, are they going to show his origin story? Is he going to be a stand-up comedian that we supposedly think is part of his origin story? And then is he going to be part of the Red Hood when he falls into
the
these
Red Hood?
chemicals?
I don't know how they're working in. We know he's going to be a stand-up comedian because they're basing it off that movie.
And then Ace Chemicals are going to have that scene. You know what I mean? So
what do you think of the pictures of Thomas Wayne?
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think it's fantastic.
I'm indecisive on that one.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm like, I don't know. It's hard to get. I think because, unfortunately, and this is why I try to separate Heath Ledger, because I do not want Joaquin Phoenix to try to emulate Heath Ledger. He's his own brilliant actor.
Exactly.
But when I do think of Thomas Wayne now, I think of the guy that played him in Batman Begins and Dark Knight, and that's the image we have of Thomas Wayne.
It's a perfect, I think the guy who played it is that perfect, just that corporate executive guy.
Yeah. So
and that's what Thomas Wayne was.
I'm very sorry, sir.
Don't
I've
worry,
told-
it's fine. Took quite a fall, didn't we, Master Bruce?
And why do we fall, Bruce? So we can learn to pick ourselves up.
And also, little news alert, James Gunn has switched teams.
That's what I had to bring up.
James going to switch it, and he's going to
talk about that.
Suicide Squad 2.
So that's it? What, we some kind of Suicide Squad?
I'm so excited. Are you kidding me? It's fantastic. James Gunn, come to this side. Come to the darker side. You'll have more. You know what the thing is?
The darker side.
He has more creative power. Absolutely. You're going to be able to go dark. You're going to be able to have this silly humor. I like it. I am 100% about this. I hope he directs it, to be really honest.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if David Ayers is going to direct it.
I'm fine if he just writes it. Because that's where his real magic is.
Oh, he's a
great
great
writer. He's got the comedy down. Well, what I find
Guardians was good. Guardians, the first one.
How surreal is the world we live in right now? Right. Because Guardians comes out and just smashes the box office in pieces. It just breaks records. I don't know if it breaks records, but it made a lot of money. And then Suicide Squad come out and they go, you know what? We're going to emulate that movie that made a lot of money by putting a lot of music in there.
That's a polarizing opinion we have about the first Suicide Squad.
Yeah, it is. And I get it. You know, I enjoyed it, but I get all the problems with it. I had problems with it too, even though I loved it. But then they go, you know what? That guy that we were trying to rip off, we're just gonna.
I like it. And come to DC.
Pay him.
Come to DC.
Come to DC. This
Absolutely.
is exciting.
There's a lot.
And I gotta say, like with the first Guardians, I did love. I wasn't in love with the second one.
Hold on. Let's talk about this. Let's stipulate this. We watched Wonder Woman, and then we went into Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Yes.
And we were so hyped on Wonder Woman that we were like, oh, Guardians, this is not good anymore.
Yeah, it just didn't work.
It didn't have the flair.
But James Gunn himself said that he was had a lot of restraints.
He did.
By producers
of course.
and Marvel.
With Disney.
Yeah. So now he doesn't have that because I guarantee James Gunn and Warner Brothers are flipping off the bird to Disney.
Good.
And saying, we're going to do it. So you know they're going to say, James Gunn, do your thing. They better. Warner Brothers, listen to me. You better say, James Gunn, do your thing.
Have Chris Evans now Superman.
Bring
Chris Evans into Superman now. He'd be perfect.
Yeah, they're going to kill him off in 4 anyway.
Oh, he's already said
He's
goodbye.
gone.
Yeah,
he's gone.
he's
So
already
he
said
can come
goodbye.
over.
So now, little update to everyone.
I don't want a blonde Superman. That'd be weird.
That would be kind of weird. Yeah, just nice the jet black.
Anyway, so James Gunn, we're on board with.
Yes, super hyped.
Well, that's it. That's our show. There was so much film stuff to cover. Hopefully next week we can talk more about other DC films. But, you know, we covered some of the two most pressing things that we have not had a chance to catch up on ourselves. So, until next time, this is the Film Glutton reminding you to catch the master and to never turn down an upgrade. Have a good night, folks.